It couldn't be worse. After this, the Steelers will be completely lost. Subscribe and see what's at stake. The Chicago Bears are the second team to request an interview with Pittsburgh Steelers offensive coordinator Arthur Smith for a head coaching vacancy. The Bears requested an interview on Monday, according to a report by Adam Schefter of ESPN, on the first day such requests are permitted. With the Steelers still playing in the 2024 NFL postseason, in-person interviews with coaches under contract cannot take place until January 20th at the earliest. Virtual interviews can take place starting 3 days after the Steelers' season ends. The Bears followed the New York Jets in requesting an interview with Smith, who is in his first season as the Steelers' offensive coordinator. By NFL rule, the Steelers cannot block Smith from interviewing for or accepting the position. It's unclear if Smith has an interest in the job. Smith turned down the North Carolina head coaching job that eventually went to Bill Belichick, but he's expected to receive strong consideration from several teams during the NFL head coach cycle. Smith said that UNC had reached out to him as part of a preliminary search, and though he loves his alma mater, he is not focused on being a head coach at the college level right now. The reality is, they reached out on a preliminary call. "I love that place, but that's not my focus," he said. "I mean, I've got one of the best jobs in football right now. There's a lot to be said to you can't put a price on personal and professional happiness, which I have here. I love that place. I appreciate it." Smith's perspective has changed after his experience as the head coach of the Atlanta Falcons from 2021 to 23. After that stint as a head coach, the first of his coaching career, he doesn't sound like someone that is desperate to get back to that place. He said multiple times this season how much he has enjoyed the burden of decisions being placed on Steelers head coach Mike Tomlin instead of his desk. "It's nice when someone reaches out, sure, but again, I've got an awesome job here," he said. "I love it here in Pittsburgh. Probably a different mindset than I had 4 years ago. Any head job, I probably would have walked there to take it. Now, my perspective is different. When you've got something good, like I've got here in Pittsburgh right now, my family loves it, I like the working environment, I love being a Steeler." The Bears fired head coach Matt Eberflus in late November. Chicago has also put in requests to interview former Pittsburgh Steelers assistant and current Minnesota Vikings defensive coordinator Brian Flores, Detroit Lions offensive coordinator Ben Johnson and defensive coordinator Aaron Glenn, New York Giants offensive coordinator Mike Kafka, Miami Dolphins defensive coordinator Anthony Weaver, Arizona Cardinals offensive coordinator Drew Petzing, and they are also expected to interview interim head coach Thomas Brown for the job. Comment if you believe that despite everything Smith managed to do a good job in Pittsburgh. Stay tuned for future news.